Hey guys, and welcome back to Review Right. I hope you're having a spectacular day, and today we're going to be going over the Chroma mechanical pencils. Now these came in a 2-pack, and they were $8 for 2 of them. So we're going to write that down really quick. It came with some extras, such as 2 extra erasers for these twistable erasers, as well as a little lead pack. So I'll reduce $1 for that, and then we get to 7, divide that by 2 because there's 2 pencils. And then we get $3.5. So this falls under the $1 to $5 price range, which will help when we're going over the reviews. Now the selling points, the first thing on here. This one has many. The marketing department really took their liberties here, and they wrote a lot. So the most popular features requested by mechanical pencil lovers is what it says on the back of the little box it comes in. And I'll be the judge of that as a self-acclaimed mechanical pencil lover. It also says it has seamless writing with auto-advancing lead and shock-absorbing cushion points. Now, I hear auto-advancing lead everywhere. Like, they just love to throw that word around. Not just this company, but like everyone. I've seen it at Office Depot with their Tool brand. I've seen it in a lot of pencils. And in reality, what they mean most of the time is that it's just like an automatic lead pushing mechanism, which is expected of a mechanical pencil. A cool thing about this one is the shock absorbing cushion point, which we'll go over later, but we'll write down now. Okay, so now that we've written those down, there's a few more. It has a hexagonal eraser, which if we take this out, if I take it out all the way, as you can see, as you spend more time on this eraser, it just becomes circular because that's how erasers work. But it came like this as a hexagon, which is supposed to help with optimal precision because it has 12 crisp points/edges, as it said on the website. So I'm going to write that down. So the fourth and final one is a stylish metal clip, as well as a convenient side click lead advancement mechanism, which can be seen right here and is one of the higher placements of a side click lead advancement mechanism that I've seen. Another thing I noticed was the retractable tip, which you don't really see in these super low priced pencils. So I'm going to write that down. So obviously, as you guys can see, the marketing department had a lot of fun with this. All of these are pretty impressive, actually, and I would like to see it in a $3 pencil. I can't lie, I was a little doubtful when I wrote the script, but you'll see at the end if it was worth it. So, for comfort, the tactility bumps that you can see on this hard plastic grip, it's kind of rubbery, but it has, hopefully you can see it if I zoom in here, it has these little bumps. Like these, they're not ridges, they're just little tactile spots that help with, just gripping the pencil. And it's unique. I've never seen these tactility bumps before. They do help, but the grips material feels a little bit slippery because it's just plastic and I think it's rubber. But that's only for sweatier writers. If you're just like a normal person who just writes normally and doesn't sweat, then you'll probably be fine. So 4 out of 5 for grip design, and then a 2 out of 3 for material quality. The grip is never going to fall apart. I think it's completely fine. Most pencils do great in this category, if that helps. So in terms of functionality, it has a plastic clutch, and as you can see, it's a little hard to take off the tip, but the white here is a plastic clutch. My camera does not like to zoom in very well to mechanical pencil clutches. I think it's just a thing, but hopefully you guys can tell by the whiteness of it. So it's not very repairable, the pencil, because of the side click mechanism. It's pretty reliable though, and I feel like the plastic is a trade-off for these better features. So I can take this off, like you should be able to, or not. Alright, there we go. So you could take that off, and this little part just comes off. That's normal for mechanical pencils. But then it still works. But the downside to that is that, one, there is like basically no way you could get to this middle portion because you can't stick your fingers in there, and there's no way you can take off this grip. You can take this off to clear any lead jams, but I don't think that's enough. Like if you get something stuck in this middle part, there's no way you're getting it out. So say sayonara to your pencil. if that stops its usability. But as you can see, it's pretty easy to take apart and put back together. So yeah, pretty reliable but hard to repair. 4 out of 5. Now lately we've been scoring pretty well on these erasers on these pencils. So this one has a great big eraser. It is very soft and it doesn't smudge very often, and it has a very secure kind of hold, the twisting mechanism, which is good. Like, for this low of a price in terms of pencil, it's really good. I'm impressed, and to be honest, as I said before, the hexagons don't do much, and there's way too much hype for them. But that's not a huge downside. I mean, did we really expect that much? So if you erase it a certain way, this is a problem in several pencils, but I noticed it's a little worse in this one. If you erase a certain way, like if you erase, my camera's shaking, but if you erase like that, and you do it in kind of big circles, then it will start to retract a little bit, just because of the way it's designed where you have to twist it. But again, not huge downsides, and it's still impressive how they were allowed, or how they were able to fit so much into this cheap pencil. So 3 out of 3. Now, as I said before, it has an all plastic build except for this retractable tip, as you can see here, and the clip, which is literally just an accent, so not much. It doesn't have much give, but it might break if you sit on it or you step on it. But that's kind of expected for the price, considering it's a $3 pencil. And it gets a 3 out of 3 because the durableness, I feel like I can trust. Like, I would be willing to throw this pencil, because I would trust it to just stay intact. For this next part, we're going to change to the red, because why not? And we're going to be talking about the amount and delivery of features. But before that, we're going to write what it got in functionality, which is nearly a perfect score and a 10 out of 11. We haven't gotten a perfect score in any of these categories yet, so I'm eager to find one. So for value for money, it has many great features for a cheaper pencil, which is especially seen in the shock absorbing cushion tip, which we haven't talked about yet. Hopefully it works with my finger, but as you can see, it is pushed out. The lead is pushed out and the retractable tip is out of the pencil. Now, if you push on it, it pushes back. So if I can get it to zoom in, it'll push in and the lead won't break. So I can push in and then it just kind of absorbs it. So as you can see, I can just smash it onto the paper. You can write really hard with this pencil, and the lead's perfectly fine. I can show you on the camera, it's fine, and nothing has really changed. So very impressive feature. I was actually like super blown away by that. And the convenient side click is not as convenient because there's no top click, and it's pretty high, as I mentioned before, so you kind of have to reach for it, or you have to write in a specific way, which I don't like changing my ways just for one pencil. It makes sense because this kind of stops it from going up here, but it's still kind of disappointing. In terms of the automatic lead advancement, I have no idea what they're talking about. I do think they meant the sliding sleeve mechanism, where if you keep writing, then this sleeve, which is also the retractable tip, it just kind of goes back, and you get a lot more than it looks like. You get about double, so you get that instead of like that. So it's impressive, but I don't know what they really meant by automatic lead advancement, and I don't want to say that it has no automatic lead advancement because I don't really know what they mean. This is an impressive feature-packed little pencil. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 3 in terms of amount of features and a 4 out of 5 just because of the disappointments in terms of the grip and the click right here. So it got a 7 out of 8, again, almost a perfect score in all of these categories. Very impressive, which rounds out to a 9 out of 10. So this is my review. Hopefully it helped and widened your perspective on this pencil, and I was able to point out some of its flaws as well as its pros. It's a really good pencil, and I do think it'll last you a while. It's light, it's good looking, and it does its job. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a spectacular day. Bye!